Well, hello there. It's the end of 2024 already. Now, today is the 28th of December today. Had to check my calendar over there. Forgot what day it is. Great start. So this is my annual sort of end of the year review. Got some notes with me today this time, so I'm gonna make this nice, short and sweet. It's not gonna go on for like half an hour. Um, Nice, short, straight to the point. So, thank you everyone for supporting me this year. One thing you may notice straight off the bat if you've watched my previous, which I'll mention soon, but my previous 2023 review, I pretty much started off that video just on a downer. Feeling much better on this one, you might be able to tell. So we're going to split it into three parts: stop motion, personal, and 2025 goals. Now, thank you to everyone who supported me this year. We hit 2,000 subscribers. Just incredible. Just absolutely. I'm really happy with that. Like, I don't think I can express myself. I'd like to apologise for the absolute shambles of this shelf right here. I don't know what's really happened. I haven't done my clean yet. I'm going to do a New Year's clean. But this shelf has just become just something where things just get thrown this year, apparently. Every other shelf has been pretty neat. But yeah, it's this anyway. So yeah, thank you again. So the first part of this video is going to be around the stop motion, around my sort of, my goals, my cinematic universe, what I've done, what I haven't done. So I said at the 2023 video I wanted to get one stop motion done a month, and one movie lore maybe, and then I did a mid-year review which I watched back and just now actually, and I'm saying that between 4 weeks to 6 months to make an expanded universe story. Now I had a few things last year. I'm in the 2025 mindset already. This year, I had a few things this year that kind of stopped that from happening a little bit. One stop motion a month. And a few of them are pretty valid reasons, not making excuses at all. My PC went in the shop, I think 2 or 3 times, and each time it went in, it was in for like a good 2 weeks. So if you add all the time up, that's just a straight month where I wasn't able to make a stop motion. I got 6 stop motions done this year. 5 of them were expanded universe, and 1 of them was a Christmas special. Originally, I said I weren't going to include the Christmas special in, the 1 stop motion a month, but it's still a stop motion, and the more I think about it, I still have got it done. So if you average it out, 6 stop motions, 12 months, I've got one out every 2 months, and I think that is still pretty good. So yeah, it went in the shop a couple of times. I mean, I've had other things sort of generally interfere. I got a new job, which has definitely helped with some of my personal things that I'll talk about soon. But I got a new job, and that's gone from being a shift pattern from my previous job that caused me a lot of stress. It's gone from being a shift pattern to Monday to Friday. Now, it is a very good pattern that I've got right now. It's very flexible. But obviously it's still a lot of hours a week, so it's less time to commit. So it was. I got the job sort of early in the year, the first, the second quarter of the year. So still fairly early on in the year, but that obviously took a lot of time up. But that's life sometimes. The all one thing I wanted last year, one goal was that I wanted to get more fit, and I got, I think, too much into fitness. That took a lot of time. I was coming home from work and just doing an incredible workout. So it's strange because I wanted to do the fitness and I did, but when I did the fitness, it sort of took me away from my other goals. So I'm trying to learn how to balance things more, because 2025 I want to get into fitness a little bit differently and a little bit more. So we'll see how that goes. Movie lore, I decided to sort of, I don't want to say cancel, but for a long time postpone. I think I will do movie law and trivia Tuesdays, Fact Fridays. I think I'll return to that, but it's not going to be for a good while because I can't balance stop motions and the movie law all at once. It's got to be one or the other, and I think I'm going to do movie law after I've done my cinematic universe, and that's going to be years from now. But I think there'll still be a lot of interest, hopefully in a few years, for the Michael Bay films. There's still a lot of fans. The films have aged pretty well, in my opinion. So I think after my universe is done, I can just sort of focus on other things. By the way, do you like my top? My Yoda, my Christmas Yoda. So yeah, I think after I've done my universe in like years to come, when I don't want to say bored, but when I've got more time on my hands, I'll be able to commit to it. Because right now, researching takes a lot of time for movie law, and again, it's time I could spend on my other goals. Not that obviously movie law isn't important to me because I love it, but just I think at the minute there's a lot of people making a lot of sort of movie and Transformers trivia sort of videos. Some of them I don't agree with. I'll be honest. A lot of them I watch and think that's not right, and they sometimes anyway. But I kind of wanted to do my own sort of accurate sort of from the official source books and everything, like an actual accurate thing to give people the right impression of the Transformers movies and not just a fan theory, to actually sort of give solid facts and evidence. But obviously I can't do that right now. So that is that. End of Days. Okay, so I said I wanted to get End of Days part 2 and 3 done. In my mid-year review, I basically said, okay, maybe I can get End of Days 2 done, but I can't do 3. So the weird thing is, obviously I haven't done either of them. I hold myself completely accountable for that. I'm not making excuses. Obviously I have the things where I don't have time. I was doing this, doing that, doing this and that. But I'm not going to make excuses and say, well, I didn't get End of Days done because of this. What I will say is my perspective on End of Days has changed. I used to be scared of it. That's a weird thing, being scared of your own project. With part 1, I was very much happy with it, but I think part 1 just left me with this big anxiety feeling where I was scared to take on the rest of End of Days, and for that, in my mind, I tried to escape it by doing expanded universes and doing other things. Still working on the project, but I didn't work on it like I should have done. I've had a big mindset change this year, and I'm not really going to go into it because I'm going to be talking here for a good hour if I do that. But I had a mindset change, and it really shifted my perspective, almost like an epiphany, a Transformers epiphany, if you will. But I had that epiphany, and I'm not scared of it anymore. It's just a thing. It's just a project, and it could sit on my computer unedited forever if I really want. If I really keep putting it off, but I've made a lot of good progress with End of Days this year. I mentioned there were 3 big fight scenes. I filmed one of them, and I filmed some other stuff. I've got some of the scenes actually fully completed, and now in my head it's just a thing that needs doing. It's not. I don't want to say it's nothing special because it is special to me, but it's not like something where it's looming over my head and it's scary anymore. It's just a project, and that's really helping me to actually finish the project. So I'm almost done with End of Days Part 2. I've still got I've got two scenes left to film out of everything. A lot of it's edited, a lot of it almost finished editing, and once I get those 2 scenes done, it's just a sort of a case of editing them, finishing them, adding a soundtrack, and it's done. My obviously goals for End of Days we'll go into later for 2025, but yeah, part 2 I'm hoping to get out very early 2025. I'm not going to drag it on any longer. I'm not scared of it anymore. I'm not going to drag it on longer. Let's just check my list to see if I have done everything. Okay, one last point for stop motion. Came as a surprise. FX Home, who create Hit Film, recently announced that at the start of 2025, in January the 15th, they're cancelling HitFilm. Basically, you can still use it, but you have to download it by January 15th, otherwise you can't get it anymore. I don't really know the reasons why, but HitFilm I've used since 2018, I believe, when I did 1518 Days Without an Accident, and it's been my go-to editor since then. I love the interface; it's really good, but obviously as Windows updates progress, maybe even next, Windows 12, Windows 13, whatever they go to, HitFilm may become redundant. Still going to try and use it as long as I can because I'm familiar with it, but I may have to look into other things like DaVinci Resolve or other editing programs, so that's going to take some time to get used to that, so that might be a spanner in the works later on, but I'm still going to try and maybe learn the new editor, so when it does come to that, if it does, if I do have to use a new editor, then it's not going to be too alien to me. So that's going to be something I've got to do in the meantime. Personal goals. I basically was saying on my last review that obviously I have OCD and things like that. I understand my brain more. I've not read too much into OCD, to be honest. I know I probably should have done that by now, but I try to really understand what makes my own brain tick. And I'm starting to... I think that's where the fear of End of Days Part 2 came from, partly because of this perfectionist mindset I have. So I understand my brain more, so I'm accomplished in that. Healthy eating, I definitely ate a lot healthier. Exercised a lot more. I said I wanted to exercise. I've got back into my running, and then I became sick. So I got back into my running like 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Incredibly, I was doing pretty good at it, to be fair. And then I was sick, so I haven't run in like a week and a half. Every time I run, I get sick. I don't know why. It's like a curse. But I'm going to get back into my running again. Kickboxing, I said I wanted to do more. My instructor basically retired, so I was left clubless. I started a new club for kickboxing this year. I just couldn't get into it. The club, I mean, not the sport. I just couldn't get into the club, so I just I'm not there anymore. But I want to obviously start my kickboxing a little bit more. I've been doing it at home a little bit, but it's not the same. So that's something. And yeah, if you watch my 2023 video, I was in a very bad place. I said in the video that it's been a horrible year, 2023. 2024, it's had its moments where it's been hard and difficult, but for the most part, 2024 has been really, really good. A lot of my anxiety's disappeared. Pretty much my depression's... I still have moments where, I feel a little bit low, but I'm a lot better. OCD, I understand it more. I mean, again, if you watch that 2023 video, which I'll link in the right-hand corner, somewhere, whichever corner it is, if you watch that video, I'm just... yeah, I'm not in a good place. Whereas this video, I'm not even wearing a mask in this video. Like, I'm not sad inside and I'm just pretending to be happy. Like, I genuinely, I'm happy. I'm happy. I've not said that, but I'm happy. I said it 3 times there. So my mindset's just shifted, and I think it's because I got a new job. I mean, I think, the job's not perfect, but compared to where I were, I almost felt really bad watching that video. Like, I was struggling to watch the 2023 video because I was just watching it, and then when I got to the personal bit, I'm just sort of sat there just, wow, I was in that place. 2025 goals, almost at the end now. There's a lot of personal stuff. I'm not going to talk about it because if it doesn't happen, I don't want to be like, oh, I said it and it didn't happen. Obviously in my mind, I've got it. But there's a lot of personal goals that I want to achieve. Spirituality and meditation I want to get back into. End of Days Part 2 and 3, obviously I want to get done. Fitness, I just need to balance fitness more. My running, kickboxing and sort of calisthenics, I need to just balance that better, to be fair. And that's where another goal for getting an organised routine comes in, balancing my personal goals of spirituality, meditation, project goals, fitness. I just need to balance it all and find a routine that works best for me. I'd like to read more. I've got plenty of books now. I mean, I had plenty of books before, but yeah, I want to read a bit more. So, Cinematic Universe, Expanded Universe installments, they are gonna be on the side for now. That might be a little bit sad, but I just need to get End of Days done, to be honest. I just need to crack that out, get it all done. And when I mean all, I mean work on part 2 and 3 this year. If I get part 3 done, obviously part 4. I mentioned before part 5 is pretty short. Part 6 will take a while, but I just need to get End of Days done as a project, get it all behind me, get it done, finished, done, dusted, everything. How many times did I say done there? I just need to finish it. And then I'll probably move on to like season 5, 6, and so on, and we'll work out what we do with the expanded universes when we get to that. They're all gonna happen. You know, I've got big projects like First Stand of the Wreckers still. I've not filmed it just because I've got every other reason that I mentioned, End of Days, other things. I don't want to just film it when I'm not going to make it. I want to film it when I can make it, when my skills have improved, make it even better than before. But yeah, I think that's it. Chuck that paper away. The last sort of few words I kind of want to say is, there's been a lot of successes in 2025, and I've never said this, but I can honestly say 2024, I won. I actually won. I've never said that in a video, but I did win. Yeah, I didn't get 12 expand universes out, but I did get 6 stop motions out. One of them, 2, 3, especially hard to make. We Are Here, We Are Waiting took a lot of time, and End of Days I've also worked on part 2 quite a lot. I mean, stuff, fight scenes like Rebellion, that took, I think, 4 full weekends to film, I think, something like that. End of Days is a really big, long thing as well. So, End of Days Part 2 is probably like 3-4 expanded universes in that anyway. So if you added it up, I've probably done, 8-9 worth expanded universes anyway this year. But 2024, I definitely won. 2025, I'm looking forward to seeing End of Days Part 2 done. So with that being said, thank you very much. I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas. Had a fantastic Christmas. It's gone now. It's 28th of December. And I hope you have a fantastic New Year. Till all one. Bye, guys.